Okay, so here we are at the Folk Alliance convention. This is pretty cool, Michael. We're down here at what used to be the Hyatt Regency is now the Sheraton, and it's over a couple of different hotels. The Westin is one of the other hotels.
That's right.
And we talked to Lewis Myers the other day and told us all about this. And
the co-founder of South by Southwest.
I gotta say, this is like the coolest.
It's huge.
This is great. Everybody's walking around with a banjo and a dulcimer. I mean,
juice harp,
and then
cigar box. What was the things you were looking at in there?
A cigar box guitar that this woman makes out of. I mean, she made 5 while we were in there. She makes her own butter. I mean, it's back to the earth.
Taffy.
But then you find this guy. Tell me who.
Nick Carswell. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Wow, I haven't used that radio term in a while. But
Carswell and
Nick,
Hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Nick is a man who doesn't need an introduction,
although he's just had one.
I'm very honored to be having been introduced by you, Michael. Thank you very much.
So Nick, you're in Lawrence, right?
Yeah. I'm based in Lawrence. I work here in KC as well for a nonprofit, so I'm in and out. And the two, Lawrence and KC, got a pretty good pairing between the two cities. And
do I detect a little bit of an accent there?
Yeah, you do indeed.
Is it Irish?
I'm Irish.
Guatemala City.
That's my Guatemalan accent.
Yeah.
Guatemala, County Cork. Yeah.
So so this is neat. A neat perspective about folk music in Ireland.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ireland's a lot smaller, first of all. Yeah. So, I mean, it's one kind of scene. I think we've Irish traditional music, which I'm sure you guys would have heard some
polka
knocking around the halls here. Yeah, that's what you guys turned it into. All right, but that's okay.
That's all right.
So I mean, we've a good tradition of singer-songwriters.
What's cool about Ireland, and I was lucky enough to go for a couple of weeks one time.
Cool, right.
And every pub, there's music. Everywhere you go, there's music.
There is.
And, I mean, that is the common denominator in Ireland, and it's so cool. And everybody is involved in the music.
Yeah, I mean, the trad sessions in the pub are one thing.
Right.
I mean, just gigs, the same as we have over here. I guess good concert venues.
Karaoke there is called a band.
Right. Yeah. Karaoke is any given opportunity is kind of it's some form of karaoke or sing song. Yeah.
But Nick, tell me, and again, there's so much we could talk about, but talk about the education approach in Ireland and how it was integrated throughout your childhood, right? In the school system, right? It's a lot different than it was here, if I recall. Is that right?
Sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm aware of band and the kind of the way that kind of music education. We don't really have kind of bands. We don't have the sports, the high school bands.
Right.
So we do. I mean, music from a very early age, but it is integrated. You can study music for our leaving cert, which is the end of your high school exams. You can get college credit for that to go on and study anything, not just music. So it's
not only it's just like an option, it's very encouraged.
Yeah, it is. And, a lot of schools have their own music program, I guess similar to over here. But, I mean, it is integrated, and a lot of people do go to music schools outside and learn classical music and pick up, all the orchestral instruments.
So do you know a guy named the four tenors, the Irish tenors?
Oh, I've come across them.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've interviewed a couple of those guys, and that was the kind of the head guy there. He was one on the version of American Idol in Ireland.
All right. Yeah. Right. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we've again, it's a smaller scale. Everything is a smaller scale.
Right.
But I think for singer-songwriters and across all kinds of genres, there's opportunities, and it's kind of, because it's smaller, it's all mingled together.
Right.
But we do appreciate, a songwriter, a troubadour.
Yes.
A lot of great history of songwriters and solo man and his guitar kind of thing. Glenn Hansard is one of the more
of course.
contemporary versions of that,
right.
And Damien Rice, and
I like Glenn Hansard.
Yeah,
it's good,
fantastic, Oscar winner and all.
Yeah, right. What was the movie? Once,
yeah.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, and those kind of breakout hits. And I think that that was made on such a small budget.
Well, they say in Ireland that if you don't sing, you must be dead. Or do they say that? Maybe they may
nobody
not.
said that.
They
may
not.
But one of the last times I've heard you play was really cool, Nick. It was actually in his front porch. Right in the front yard.
What?
And of course, Nick is a
Shut
guy that
the front door.
Yeah, Yeah.
What?
But he now you've at the same time you're playing on your front porch. Your band just got through not long ago touring Ireland as well, right?
Yeah, that's right. So last year in 2014 we finished our record. So this is with my band. Since arriving in the States, based in Lawrence, we recorded our own album and put it out. We released it through. We did an Indiegogo campaign, crowdfunding campaign, and we actually took the record back to Ireland. And we did 2 weeks last summer.
Cool.
Played like 12 gigs in 14 days, not including radio. Lots of radio promotion.
Was that fun?
Oh yeah,
yeah. I'll bet.
Yeah.
No, it was fun.
It was great to bring the band over here back and give them a glimpse of some of the venues that we played. And yeah, I mean, it was interesting because we did a lot of big cities in the first week, and then the second week we went to some of the smaller folk clubs and
that's
pubs
cool.
and everything from completely acoustic trad sessions where 3 Americans and an Irishman show up and peddling our wares with the best of them. But it was an amazing experience for those guys, and I kind of lived it through their eyes as well.
So Nick, let me ask you too. What is your impression of Irish bands in America?
Well, I think there is a certain kind of Irish music, like Gaelic music, I guess.
Well, kind of like the you've heard of the Elders,
right? Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and the Elders are definitely, in my mind, one of the best
I
groups
think so
doing
too.
that kind of music.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm a big
Bob Reeder.
Bob Reeder.
I think he was a Jackson County attorney.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Go on.
But I'm a big proponent for Irish contemporary rock as well. I mean, it's easy to talk about the Irish traditional music and everybody understands that. But I mean, don't forget there's bands like Thin Lizzy in the 70s. We've got
little band U2.
Little band U2, exactly.
Yeah.
And people like Glenn Hansard, and there's good rock bands, just straight up rock bands from Ireland. So you're kind of asking what's Irish music, and does it sound like a certain thing, or is it just Irish people making music just like anyone else? And I would encourage anyone to explore more than just necessarily the Irish, what you might perceive as Irish, because there's a lot more out there coming from Ireland.
What do you hope to get from this Folk Alliance?
Well, we did that last year, and we kind of approach it a little bit differently. We kind of come up with strategies, and really what we're trying to do. Ironically, the easiest thing for us last year was to go to Ireland and tour and do 2 weeks in Ireland,
right?
Because so we're looking to get some connections with some presenters and bookers around the country, and I'd like to travel more in the States this year. So this is an amazing.
So maybe book some gigs, and are those opportunities here too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just started kind of getting a hint. This is really only day one of the day schedule and the panels and things like that.
Well, I mean, you were walking around with a sandwich sign that says "Hire me," and I didn't know what approach you were taking, but I like that. That's good.
You want to buy a sandwich?
You know what? I used to say that, but Nick is not for hire because the Inner Urban Art House has snatched him up. This guy that is incredible talent in so many fields. You want to say anything about Inner Urban Art House, and then I want to hear some guitar.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah. Well, so I have a day job with the arts nonprofit in Overland Park, which is nice.
Interurban Arts.
Art House, yeah.
Urban
Art House. We're in downtown Overland Park.
And a post office.
Well, we're working to renovate the post office building. Yeah, we're in a location just directly across the street on Concert, 80th and Concert,
near Bob Reeder.
Yeah, his law offices.
Okay,
I think.
good,
Yeah.
excellent.
But it's cool because I get to do a lot of the support that we need as artists, and that artists of all kinds, not just musicians. In fact, the need out there is for visual artists a lot. But the same things that musicians and visual artists need to develop and grow as artists and as business people as well.
Oh, that's important. I mean, that part of it. I've got a daughter who's an artist and went to Kansas City Art Institute. Mm-hmm. That part of it sometimes you don't get.
Right. And
the business part.
And we promote peer learning as well. So it's all about artists sharing their experience and creating a community, I guess.
Oh, that's cool. What's the website?
It's interurbanarthouse.org. Yeah,
cool.
Newsletters go out. We have loads of events, lots to do. It's a lot of fun. Keeps us busy.
Yeah.
So do you got something for us? Yeah.
Now listen, Michael Seward just handed you his guitar.
Yes.
First of all, what's your impression of that guitar?
It's sitting pretty cozy here.
It's
now.
pretty
It's
good. Yeah.
And second, how can you be here without your guitar?
Well, that's
true.
That's a great.
Well, I got my electric and the amp up in the car, but I'm
Rookie mistake. You got your amp up
I know a few people around here.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
bet you could-
I think you could fight a guitar.
If I need to get my hands on
You're right,
a
right.
cigar box or something.
We walked in and they're jamming right in the middle of the lobby
Yeah.
here at the Sheraton. It was so cool.
Well, the hotel rooms are so the private showcases that are up. That's just. I mean, I was kind of tripping out a little bit.
Oh,
because you're in a
yeah.
hotel, but it doesn't. It feels like a college dorm. Or
It
something.
does. It
There's
really-
posters everywhere,
Yep.
and in every room, people singing their hearts and souls out.
That's cool.
It's very, very cool.
All right, well, let's hear something. What are you going to do?
Yeah. I'll probably give you one called "Drinking at Crossroads." Seeing as it's currently snowing outside,
Yes, I know.
this is a summer song. Yeah. Let's try it. Sunny days, everything's A-okay. I get that feeling things are drifting away. Butterfly sunset seems to call to me. Drinking beer in the sunshine's where I long to be, so I'll be there. Drinking at Crossroads, I'll be there. See you there. Well, I've been working a long time, think I need a break. For 3 months of the year, there ain't nothing that we can't take. Climbing trees in the sunshine, singing songs of praise. It's gonna be real tough to get out of these lazy days, so I'll stay here. Drinking at Crossroads, I'll be there. See you there. Gonna spend my days just drifting away. Follow me, yeah, I'll be whistling my time away. Whistling my time away. So I'll be there, yeah, I'll be there, yeah. Oh, I'll be there, yeah, I'll be there, yeah. Drinking at Crossroads, I'll be there. See you there.
Wow. Nick
Thank you.
Carswell on a sofa somewhere in Kansas City.
Yeah, I'm great. Wow,
Thank you.
that was so cool. That's good. Now,
so much.
and
Thanks for
you
having
wrote
me.
that?
Yep,
Yeah.
it's one of ours. It's on a record that we put out last year. It's called Hunger, the record.
Sponsored by Grinders.
And Bob Reeder, of course. is our lawyer.
of course, Bob.
Nothing goes by without Bob.
Whoever that is.
All right, well,
who is that? Who is Bob Reeder?
Right, he's the guy that did all the limericks, right? Do I have it wrong? The guy that's coming up. We're coming up on St. Patty's Day. Do I have it wrong? Bob Reeder, he does all the I wish a man from Kentucky, all those things. Be careful, steady.
I was once. I know. I don't.
Yes.
Bob Reeder.
Anyway, so we are coming up on St. Patty's Day. I don't know if you have a little Irish blessing for us or some thought. What will you do around that time?
How about an Irish toast?
Well, there's no. Where's the
Well,
beers?
I know
Where's
you're
the beers?
exactly right.
Come on, yeah.
That's all at the
I'm not
Westin.
going to mess around with that. It's
Like a
business
giveaway
or
a toast,
nothing.
right? Exactly.
Well, yeah, we do. We are playing. We usually play in the Replay Lounge. They have a patio at the back in Lawrence.
Oh, yeah, sure.
They do a big show on St. Patrick's Day, and
Have
then
you played the Jazz House up there? Also?
Yeah. Jazz has a great spot.
Yeah.
And then we're actually playing 2 shows on St. Patrick's Day, and then we're going to Replay, and then we're over at 5 Bar and Tables, which is a lovely venue in Lawrence. They do a lot of jazz and good food and cocktails and stuff.
Wow.
So, yeah,
And what's the name of that? What's it?
5 Bar and Tables.
5 Bar and
And
Tables.
it's directly across the road from the Replay Lounge.
Is that a new Has it been there for a
It's
while?
been around a couple of years. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's a great restaurant. They do ping pong and stuff. And the owner
right.
there is a big supporter of local music. So
Is the owner Bob Reeder?
he's a silent partner. I believe.
Okay, right. Yes. Apparently, he's done a lot. Yeah. Well, Nick, thanks, man.
My
really
pleasure.
You want
Thanks
to play
so
one
much.
more? You feel like playing one more?
Let me see.
I mean,
what do I got?
I want to push you into this, but
Yeah, we can do one more. Let's see. I'll give you a little. So, I'm messing with your guitar here now. I'm not gonna. I'll give you a little.
I didn't
bit
think
of
you could ever hear that sound that good. Honestly, that's awesome.
So this is one of our quieter ones. It's called Johnny's Sorry Lot. It's from that record. And by the way, carswellandhope.com is where you can get your hands and hear all of that stuff.
Carswellandhope.com.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Okay.
what's the name of the song?
Johnny's Sorry Lot.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, it was the first song I wrote actually since moving over here, and first song that we put together with the band. So yeah, I'll give you a little bit of it anyway. Johnny came from Arkansas, and he paved the autumn line. Learned to love his mom and pa, but he lost them both in time. And he gives what he's got to a stranger on the lines. He knows his sorry lot, but he doesn't waste his time, doesn't waste his time. Out upon the dusty plains comes the word across the wire. Each must give of what remains. Says Johnny, take of mine. And he gives of what he's got, and he doesn't seem to mind. Whoa, he knows his sorry lot, but he doesn't waste his time, doesn't waste his time. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, Thank you.
Wow. Great.
Slightly abridged. Missing my band on that one, but that's all right.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's
you.
some good stuff.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so what's the website again?
It's carswellandhope.com.
Carswellandhope.com.
Yeah, and so this year we're putting out tunes just as we record them. We're kind of doing them one at a time, and there'll be a CD later in the year. But
that's cool.
we did just put one online. It's called Wamigo. It's actually it's kind of about Wamigo, Kansas.
Is that right?
Yeah. So
Not
there's
a lot of records written about Wamigo.
no.
Wanabago, maybe.
You got the Crossroads covered. You got Wamigo.
There you go. Yeah.
I mean, is there any plans for Russell?
We just take I-70 head west. Yeah.
That's right.
Be all right.
Oh, great stuff, man. Thank you, Nick. That was
Congratulations for all the momentum
congratulations
you've
on-
got there, Carswell. Hope you guys are
Yes.
playing this weekend, Saturday evening, I think,
Yeah,
right?
we're Friday here at there's a Lawrence room, a group of various bands from Lawrence, and then we're playing in one of those little hotel rooms on Saturday
That's cool.
night. Yeah.
Oh, that'll
it's
be
gonna
fun.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, my pleasure.
That's
Thank you.
great. Thank you.